been pre-recorded, so this is going to be a big first for us, but hopefully going to be a lot of fun. I do really, really like this series. If you don't know how this works, essentially our goal is not to make the coolest deck in the world, not to make the most competitive deck in the world, but to actually try and build a deck that when played against the bot and the bot matches, we might be able to crash the game. Now, we've done this a couple of times. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. Generally, we like to set a goal for ourselves because eventually we do have to end the game, and if we're not going to win by breaking the bot, we want to at least do as much damage as possible. Or gain as much life as possible, whatever. The deck we're playing today is a really fun one. I'm really excited about this. It is Anointed Swarm. So this is the combo. We've got Anointed Procession, and we've got Scoot Swarm. The idea? Get as many of these out there as possible, and ideally that will double up every single time with Anointed Procession. Hopefully even more than double up if that works for us. So lots of really awesome stuff that we can do here. We do have Mythos of Aluna as a blue splash to be able to copy the Anointed Procession, make a bunch of copies of the Anointed Procession, and then again just go crazy with this. We do have a few little tech pieces. The Llanowar Elves is really here to ramp us into these cultivates, the Dryad, the Procession, and then maybe the Mythos. But we've also got Bonds of Flourishing. This is going to help us pull out the permanents that we need to hopefully get this going. We've got Explore, so we can drop an additional land every turn, on the turn we play it, excuse me. The Dryad is also going to give us an additional land every turn and fix us, which is going to be great. Cultivate allows us to pull out a bunch of lands, hopefully triggering the Scoot Swarm in the process. And then every time a creature token enters the battlefield under our control, we're going to gain a life. Turns out, with Scoot Swarm, that should be a lot. Now, again, this is a pretty straightforward list. There's not a ton here in terms of like crazy tech. It's very all in, but this is Breaking the Bot episode. We know that. This is going to be fun. We do have Fabled Passage here as a way to trigger landfall a couple times as well. So, all this to say, I'm excited to give this one a shot. As far as the goal, because we do have to set a goal for ourselves. I think we should get, and I haven't play tested this deck at all, but I think we should get a certain number of Scoot Swarms before we can actually do that. So Dawn, I see you are here. I appreciate you being here. You're always here. You're my good luck charm. Give us a number. How many Scoot Swarms do we have to have on the battlefield before we're allowed to attack the bot? Because again, I want to make sure that we can do as much damage as possible. So that's the goal. I do appreciate you being here, Don. We're going to go ahead and jump into the game and see how this goes. And Don, I'm going to be waiting on that number. So you tell me in chat what you think. I'm really excited for this deck. I just think it's silly. It combines a lot of my favorite things, which is just tokens and life gain to the extreme. So let's see what we do. All right, do we keep? Sure. Why not, right? We'd have Llanowar Elves here. We've got an Anointer Priest, so I feel pretty good about this. Let's drop this out. Oops. And let's drop this out. Don, looking in the chat, waiting on you, buddy. We can't attack until you give us a number. So, just saying, we're gonna have to rely on you a little bit here. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get the Priest out. And we'll get another elf out as well here. So now we can actually Mythos of Aluna anytime we want, which is quite nice. Really want... I mean, just do this. Really want... that's actually potentially what we want. I think my record is around 3,000. You want to shoot for 3,000? That's fine. Let's shoot for 3,000. Let's make that our goal. Sure, we'll take you. Can drop this. We can drop this. All right, guys, 3,000 is the goal. We cannot attack until we have 3,000 creatures on board, or at least Scoot Swarms on board. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we get. We'll take another Priest. Not super exciting, but that's okay. This is all just set up, guys. Don't even worry about it. Just got home from work. How was work today, Don? Or excuse me, Max. That was Max. Max, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Your names both show up red on my end. How was your day? Did you do something exciting at work today? I think we just got a pass. We're not hitting the Anointed Procession, which is what we need along with that Scoot Storm. I am going to save up on this Fabled Passage. This is a nice little trigger for us at some point here, so. Okay. Gonna take a hit here, that's fine. Eventually, ideally, we'll be able to gain this life back, so not tremendously worried about it. Oh no, guys, what's happening? We're being flooded. We've only got 24 lands. Even though this is a landfall deck, I didn't want to go too crazy on the lands because, you know, why should we, you know? All right, well, let's do this, and actually let's do this. Half day and testing for the kids, so it was chill. Max, my fiance is a elementary school teacher. I don't know how old your kids are, but I can understand how challenging the schooling situation has been for a lot of people. So my best wishes go out to you. I hope that it's working out for you guys. I know it can be a very tricky situation, but I do certainly wish you guys the best. All right, so let's do this. Taking all the hits. It's totally fine. Not even worried about it. Now I'm a little worried about it. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. We'll make it fight something here. Let's fight this. Gain a little bit of life, get some of that down, and we'll pass. All right. Gonna take a hit here from Sarah Angel again, but unfortunately we're just not drawing the cards that we need. Oh, come on. Still not what we need. Guys, it's not working. Let's see. I am doing this now so we can gain a little bit of life and deal with some of these things. Got to give ourselves the best chance possible. Yep. Still holding off on this land, the Fabled Passage. Just in case, if we do get a Scoot Swarm off the top, we can then start gaining a little bit of life back, so. Alright, well, that's not one. Sparky is suspiciously strong today. I don't even think it's Sparky that's being strong. I think it's me that's not being strong. Alright, we'll pass. We've just drawn a lot of land. And hey, if we need to re-queue, we will. It's totally fine. I'm not worried about it. We're gonna have some fun today. Less serious day, I think, is important. Surprise there. All right. Cultivate. I'm actually gonna wait on Cultivate. Look at that. Look at that rhyme-ish. Just as a reminder as well, we do have a couple packs left to open for you guys, so if anyone would like to go ahead and subscribe, we'd certainly appreciate it, and we'll open up a pack in your name. We've got a few left over. Another Mythos of Illuna. Considering they're not attacking, we're just waiting. This is, I'm sure, interesting to watch. Alright, here we go. Here we go. They've got something. What do we actually not want to get hit with here? That's probably... We'll do this. We'll see what happens. If we lose them, that's totally fine. Alright. Yeah. That's good. It's very good. Alright. We can still live another turn, so, like, we're actually still doing okay-ish. Dude, I'm doing this. We have to. Let's fight this guy off. We're managing to stay alive just barely. Still holding off on the Cultivate for a Scoot Swarm, because that's how we're really going to go over there. I recently died to an infinite combo in Arena, actually. So funny that I come in for the Breaking the Bot episode. Alex, I'm glad you came in for the Breaking the Bot episode. How you doing today? We were kind of chatting earlier. Also, for anybody that doesn't know, Alex has done a wonderful job of putting together a little bit of an application. We are opening up 2 positions for moderators to help Alex out a little bit in our Discord. So if that's something you're interested in, of course, we'd really appreciate having you. Please do fill out the application. We are going to be picking, I believe, Alex, we said a week. We're going to be picking 2 individuals. So I wish everybody luck, and I do hope that you'll take some time to fill that out. It'd be great to have you guys as part of our community. It already is, but it'd be great, obviously, to have you guys as more, you know, helpful role members in our community. Thanks for confirming, Alex. Blocking here because obviously we just get to bring it back and then gain some life, so we're holding in there. We have absolutely no flyers in this list. Sure. Alright, look. What is this? This is so silly. Alright, we are gonna fetch one of these. If nothing else, we're gonna get a basic land just so we've got one less in our deck. Would love to have help to do more cool community stuff. That is exactly the idea, Alex. So thank you for saying that. We've got a lot of future plans that we really want to make happen. We've talked, and I don't think this is spoiling anything too major, but we've talked about doing like community days where we can kind of get people involved from the server. Oh, guys, it's gonna happen. And certainly we'd love to have you guys as part of that, but importantly, we'd also love to have a few more people to help kind of facilitate some of those things, because without that, obviously, we're not going to be able to make it happen. So I do want to offer that up, and hopefully have some of you guys be a part of this. Is Ashaya in the deck? No, Ashaya is not in the deck. This is a very straightforward, just Scoot Swarm Anointed Procession list, Alex. But okay, it's kind of working. But here's the deal. Dawn, Alex, because I don't believe you were here for that, said we have to wait till we have 3,000 Scoot Swarms to actually attack. Yeah, Martiz, we got tokens coming, my friend. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a good time. We're trying to break the bot today, but we can't attack, as Dawn has decreed. We can't attack until we've got 3,000 of these bad boys. We've only got 8. We got a long way to go. This is going to be great. All right, let's do it. We're getting very close to having no basic lands left in the deck, which is not a bad thing. Died to Ashaya, making Scoot Swarm tokens triggered themselves. I conceded so I could leave. That's not a bad idea, Alex. That might be the next Breaking the Bot episode. Not just 2 lands left. We've got plenty of other lands left. They just happen to not be basics. So that is not a worry, Dawn. Though it would be a very reasonable thing to say we should probably hold off on playing more lands until we've got Anointed Procession out. But let's see. We had, what, 8 Scoot Swarms last turn? Let's see how many we have at the end of this one. Maximum to life points, like 99%. Martiz, I have gotten well above 999 life, particularly in deck testing. What is the max, Alex? I know there is one, but I don't know what it is. I don't think it's 999. All right, well, we got a lot more. It's extremely high and a strange number. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. We gained a lot of tokens that turn. Max, dude, it is. Scoot Swarm is so good. It's ridiculous. It's very annoying. I mean, let's do one of these. The aim, Blank Survivor, is to break the game. I'm just gonna block here. I don't really, obviously life total isn't really a worry at this point. All right, we're gonna pass. Was that not a token? Did I mess up? Oh, excuse me. I don't think that was a token. My bad. All right. So we could very easily block here, or we could just not care. I kind of lean towards not caring. All right, we're holding off on Mythos until we get Anointed Procession. Max life. Is that seriously it, Don? I would laugh, because that could very well be it. You don't need the Dryads. So the idea with the Dryads was to be able to play multiple lands in a turn and ramp into some things, to do multiple things in a turn, and then trigger Scoot Swarm multiple times. Quirk's fine. That being said, you're probably right, but here we are. Here's what we'll do. We'll do one round with this deck. We'll see how it goes, and then I want to hear y'all's suggestions for making this deck better. I would love to hear what you guys have in mind. We'll play around with it a little bit. We'll see. Max of anything in Arena should be due to how coding works, since no values can be over that. Good call, Alex. Look at you with that coding knowledge. I love it. All right. Looked it up. Yes. If you go over it, you drop to negative. Programmers cry when you hear something like that. Why? Why would you go back to 0? Oh, you dropped to negative. Excuse me. Why would you drop to negative? That's so stupid. All right, guys. We've only got 32 Scoot Swarms. We need 3,000. We need a lot. Well, correct. In Arena, if you go over that, you should lose the game. Fair enough. We're still holding off on these lands. We've got 33 now, though, so that's good. Here's the deal. When we get an Anointed Procession, we will be able to Mythos of Illuna it, drop a land, and then be, like, super set. And we can technically drop multiple lands because we've got these. Defeat by too many life points, that would be fun. Maybe that's what we're aiming for. We've got 17 cards left in our deck, and we have not seen an Anointed Procession at all. That's a little ridiculous to me. I'm gonna block here just to kill this thing. All right. Oh, we're down to 99 life. Guys, how terrible. It's okay. We will get there. I assure you we will get there. Give me some suggestions in the chat for cards we could add. Alex, what's up, man? You're telling me to wait. They figured that out. You don't die to negative life. Oh. Okay, here we go. Guys, this is the turn. This is what we've been wanting to do. No, we don't have to pay with that. All right, we've got 3. Is that enough? Is 3 enough, you think? I don't even know if we have more basic lands in the deck. Let's just see what happens. Hands off. All right. This is the satisfying moment. Quirk's fine. I'm telling you. Now we can play multiple lands this turn and do this all over again. This is also what's known as exponential growth. Ah. 99 to the power of 3. All right. Don, this may be the time. This may be it. What's funny is we can do this like 2 more times just this turn. Well, while we're waiting, tell me how everybody's day is going. What's going on? Yeah, Alex, we can drop more lands from our hand because of the Dryads. So we've only dropped 1 land this turn. We can actually drop multiple if we wanted, all of them. So what's going on in everybody's life today? But will the game keep going? That's a good question. That's what we're here to find out. Our goal is to make sure it doesn't. Our goal is to break the game. Welcome everybody, by the way. I see we've got like a decent number of people in here. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. Max, yeah, it keeps getting larger and larger. This is just gonna... Alex, no. How's the new house going? I know you've moved in. We've talked about it a little bit. Are you enjoying the new setup? Are you enjoying the new place? I hope you are. Okay, 14 more. Raining and sitting in the garden because he is stubborn. You got a cat that is... Are you saying it's an 18-and-a-half-year-old cat? Don, what in the heck, man? That's an old cat. That's very sweet. But that is an old cat. Oh my gosh. Very nice roommate at work. Got my rent covered, so cleaning now. I feel you, Alex. Before this, actually, well, you were in my previous apartment, and then I was in an apartment by myself. Well, with a roommate, but essentially by myself for a little while. I hated paying rent, but it was actually a really nice time. I enjoyed my my apartment. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time. And then I met my now fiance, and I've been very fortunate. And we have been living together for a little over a year. Enjoying it quite a bit. Only 3 more times, and then we'll do it again. We have to see how many we can get, just for the pure fun of it. Alex, I would have 100% conceded as well. Doubling season would be fine to play in a deck like this. I didn't see the start of the match. Are you playing standard? No, this is historic, but Martiz is... Anybody else, is Martiz in historic... Or, wow, is doubling season in historic? Because I don't believe it is. Oh, we've only got 264. Well, let's fix that, shall we? Don, 3,000's the number, right? We got to beat 3,000. Look at this number just ticking up. We have to just do this. If we lose, we lose. It's fine. This is their built-in protection that keeps us from... I wouldn't concede, since this many counters may lead to a draw due to a timeout, or your client crashes and I win. All right. I'm with you, Don. This is so much slower. Holy crap. Well, Martiz, welcome. What are you doing? What are you up to? What are you doing today? Are you having a good time? I assume this is going to end in a timeout. Doubling season is not legal. Alex, thank you. I thought that was the case, but I did not know for sure. I appreciate you confirming. So Martiz, unfortunately, we cannot on Arena. One day. My hope is that they will do that one day, but we'll see. For the record, there are 295 more times that this is going to happen. And then we have another land. If we really want to. Notice some people leaving. I understand. This is a little monotonous, but you know what? This is why we're here. To do things like this that nobody else is going to do. It was a nice day today. Thank you. Worked and played a couple of matches on Arena. Martiz, what deck were you playing? And how was work for you? I hope it went well. Yeah, Alex, I literally at that point couldn't do anything else. So like, why ask, you know? See 3 cards on the opponent's side I have in my current decks. Stray, Pledge, and Vitality. Nice. That's an interesting selection of cards there, Survivor. Well, in 11 hours, I'm off to work and switching to mobile, so... We may still be here, Don. We'll see. Appreciate you guys hanging out though. Putting up laundry, so I'll be here for a while. Appreciate it, Max. Laundry is my fiance and I just did laundry yesterday and got everything in the house clean. And I cannot tell you how great that feels to just have it all done. But the worst part about having it all done is knowing that eventually you're still going to have to do it again. You're a developer in the IT office of a trading company. I play Mono White 1/1 and Life Gain deck. I actually picked some cards after seeing your streams. Wow, that's awesome, Martiz. I'm glad that you were able to find some new cards there. And hey, developer, I love it. I am a web developer. I mostly focus on the design aspect, not so much the programming aspect of things. But my real job, I will say, is a web designer / developer, and then doing some IT work. IT and developing tends to get kind of lumped in together, and I'm a firm believer that they are two very separate worlds, and IT is not my strong suit. Alex doing laundry today too. Man, it's laundry day for everybody. That's all it is. Don, yeah, I remember you saying you were an IT guy as well. Out of curiosity. Okay. Just wondering. Let's see. Hey, dude, that's a very cool part of websites. It would be very weird to use without the design part. Martiz, you are correct. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you value that. Yeah, design is very fun to me. And you'll notice, like, it's really funny because I just did this. If you look at like our Instagram, for instance, you'll notice that every once in a while, like the design of our full Instagram, like the posts switches. And it's kind of stayed consistent over the last little bit. And I just did a little bit of reworking, but to actually kind of jump back into Instagram because it had kind of been a while since we did all that much. But we've been consistent for a bit, but you can scroll through our grid and see like how it evolved over time and kind of got to a different design point. But I really, really love design. It's just such a fun thing. Oh, you're an IT? Nice. Max, look at all these IT professionals here. Heck yes, guys, welcome. Appreciate you guys being so patient during what's going on the screen. I know this is really exciting. Just think, it could have been a lot worse. We could have saved our Mythos of Illuna. Well, technically we couldn't have because we would have died. But if we had had another one, we could have doubled the number of Anointed processions and then done this a lot more. Do nerd stuff for people. Alex, you do a lot of awesome things. And I will say on behalf of the It Resolves community, it's a pleasure to have you as part of our team. Yeah, Quirk's fine. Yeah, it's a lot. Alex, what other channels? I know CEDH is like your big one. Do you work with other channels other than CEDH and It Resolves? Just out of curiosity. Also, if anybody, because now's just kind of a good time, if anybody has any questions for me personally, me as It Resolves, whatever, now's a great time. We can talk about it. We got plenty of time. This is a lunchtime stream, so eventually I'm going to have to end it. But for the time being. Oh, nice. Alex, that's awesome. That is really cool. It's great to have you being such an active member of different communities is a really cool thing. And I think it's not something that I was very keen on doing, which was being super active in networking so much and instead kind of focusing on our own content. But Alex, as you know, as we've talked about, the JDC was kind of an invitation to change that a little bit, network with some other channels and hopefully build each other up and do some collaborative work. As well as the Discord, just having like a community collaboration point. The Discord really serves that purpose super well. And so I couldn't be more thrilled with the way It Resolves as a whole has been kind of moving towards that. with goals certainly in the future to expand it. We've had pretty good luck there. It's been a really fun time. Tournament currently is being planned called Oktoberfest. Yes, spelled that way. Free to join, but with an actual prize pool. Alex, that's awesome. So the prize pool thing is a really, for anyone also that plays CEDH, please go talk with Alex about that. Really awesome channel. CEDH TV is really, really good. And so please go check them out. Mons does a great job with his content, and Alex obviously helps kind of moderate and facilitate some of that. But yeah, please go check that out. But for JDC, the next season, one of the biggest things that I want to do to change things up is to actually build more of a prize pool. I want it to be free for everybody because it's just really meant to be a fun time. But I just want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity to win something. Oh, I hate these. We got spam in the chat. It's fine. Oh no. Did we do it? Oh man, I thought we had gotten rid of the client here. Please disregard the spam in the chat. Sorry about that. I do have filters set up, so I'm a little... Alex, I may get your help with that. Being as we are a bit new to the Twitch world, I don't actually know how to ban bots like that. Homelands booster for first place. A Homelands booster? Like a box of Homelands? Because while a pack of Homelands is not that expensive, a box is when we're as small as we are. I'd consider it, though. Homelands is, like, an interesting set. It's notoriously not one of the best, but it is a very fun set still. There's a lot of cool stuff still in it. Guys, I don't think we're gonna break the bot with this. I think we're gonna have to play another land, and I don't want to play another land. Not a whole box. That would be too traumatizing for the winner. Done. Well said. Yeah, we could put a pack in though. Maybe what we do is get everybody in the tournament, like anybody that's playing in the tournament, to say, hey, my favorite pack is X, or my favorite set is X, and then the winner gets a pack of each. Or we find some way to kind of make that work. I would like to do a little bit more prize support and make it more of a fun thing for, like, I don't want to make it too competitive because the fun in the JDC is that it's jank, if that makes sense. So it's less about like winning and more about like seeing if you can just do silly stuff with your deck. But it is still a competition, and so we should treat it as one. Some French Homelands boosters. That's really cool. So we do need to treat it as a competition, but it just, it's not meant to be super competitive, but a prize support is not a bad idea. I mean, just having a little something for everybody, that decided to take part would be fantastic. I can't believe how long this has been going on. You would think it would optimize and go a bit faster eventually, but it checks the board state every single time. This is Mox Ruby at an LGS I frequent. Alex, wow, Mox Ruby. I don't have any of the Power 9, but I did get, I bought a collection and got, I believe 2 original dual lands. They were white border dual lands, but they were still dual lands. That was kind of the older, like, that was the most exciting older cards that I pulled. More recently, I've gotten, like, Liliana Box Topper, some, I think I got, was it Time Vault Box Topper? I've gotten some decent cards in the most recent future. I did get Omnath Foil Showcase, with, like, the Hedron art and all that stuff, but it's banned. Mana Crypt, I've got a couple Mana Crypts. Mana Crypt's a very good one, though. And especially, Alex, for you. I mean, EDH, come on. This is so silly to me. Alex, can you clip this and make highlights that we can share out with people? Can you make that a thing? I would really appreciate it. They stopped calling me a budget player when I showed up with one. Yeah, Alex, that is not a budget card by any means. We could actually... I don't know, what set do you guys want to look at? I've got a bunch of sets back here. Name one. Alex, use your best judgment. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what the best part to clip is. Let's look at Eternal Masters really quick. Not the most valuable one is Diamond Valley from Arabian Nights. Nice. My brother has some dual lands and similar from like, what, 10 to 15 years ago. Doesn't even play anymore, just keeps them as assets. They play in like OG Eternal formats. Like if you play Legacy Vintage, you can play dual lands or EDH. But yeah, they're not super useful anymore. They're just very valuable. I don't know. I don't have a ton of Eternal Masters. Let's look through a little bit. Let's just see what we've got. Just for the fun of it. Why not, right? Foil Enlightened Tutor. That's not bad. Eternal Masters was kind of hit or miss, I'll be honest. There we go. Jace. I mean, everybody likes a good Jace, right? Ooh. Let's bring it back so you can kind of actually see it. I've got like, I think 6 Jaces, something like that, of varying sets. Let's see, anything interesting? Bunch of sinkholes. Gamble. Gamble's fun. Yeah, I don't know. I really like collecting. I think it's a fun thing, but the viability of paper cards now when I do so much arena stuff is much less than it used to be. There we go. Alex, your Mana Crypt, got one in here. I think my second Eternal Masters copy is in the cube. I was gonna see, some of my friends have Jace starter decks that they customized a bit. Yeah, the starter decks are a great way to start. So if you're a relatively new player, I don't buy the starter. I mean, I do have some up here, but like in general, I don't like to buy the starter decks because there's very little for me in them. But if you're a new player, like they're a great way to start off. You don't have to worry about the deck building aspect. It's done for you. And it teaches you how, one, the color differentiations work pretty well. Because it's more stripped down. It's a little bit more basic. You can kind of tell, oh, okay, blue is good at this. In the instance of like a Jace starter deck. Or maybe green is really good at this or whatever. And it just gives you some synergistic ideas. So, you know, if you are in green and you're looking to play a bunch of little guys that pump up or excuse me, ramp you into a big guy, that is very easily laid out in these starter decks. And so it's really nice to be able to see that firsthand and get to know that. And then take that info that you learned and then go build your own or whatever. New Commander starter decks are great. I bought the 2 to play with girlfriend and they are a lot of fun. They actually work. Martiz, that's awesome. So you and your girlfriend play together? That's fantastic. That is really, really cool. Emiel? Alex, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Emrakul? What are you talking about? Oh, it's an EDH card, isn't it? Let's see, what set? Oh, it's Jumpstart. No, I don't actually have Jumpstart. I have no Jumpstart. I did want some until the shipping issues took place, and then I, like, actively just decided not to buy any. I do have some available at our local game store, and I've thought about picking it up, but, like, it just... It's like, it's fine, and there are a few cards in it, like the unicorn, as well as there's the black creature that's really cool. Like, there's a few really cool cards in it, but overall, it's not a very interesting set to me. It was clearly made for a purpose, and not that that's a bad purpose, but I can play that purpose and do that cheaper online and not have to worry about it. And I did, actually. There's a lot of Jumpstart videos that we put out the week it was released, but overall, it's like not the most exciting thing. Went kaput. I think they said they would resume printing shortly. Yeah, Martiz, it kind of flopped for me. I will say, speaking on Jumpstart for a little bit, I really enjoyed the idea of like, okay, this is like drafting, but without the draft. You just kind of like pick your packs, shuffle them up, and then you're good to go. And what that does is like, it says, oh, okay, you can still have kind of a draft experience, but it doesn't take as long. It's like, it's less of a commitment. You can just sit down, shuffle up a couple packs, and enjoy the time. And so I actually really liked it. I think like from a utilitarian point of view, it kind of worked. Like it made sense, and I think it was fun. It was a much better version. Like there's what I call, Will and I have talked about this. This is what I call kind of a gimmick sec, where they play off of one particular idea. It like Battle Bond was Two-Headed Giant focused. Conspiracy is draft focused. Like all of those are gimmick sets. That's not to say they're bad sets. I'm just saying they played on a particular idea very heavily. We only had people looking at for the 5 expensive. Yeah, same thing, Alex. And so like Jumpstart played on a particular idea, and I think did it in a relatively fun way. That's one of the few times I played one of those sets the way it was meant to be played, instead of just picking it up for particular cards. Battle Bond, I did that, things like that. And I actually really enjoyed it, but it still didn't have long-term value for me. Now, again, there are long-term value cards in it. We're talking, Alex, you were talking about the unicorn being $40. And that's obviously a value card, but like it in general is not super exciting to me, so I'm not going to pick it up in person. So, and really, I'll be honest, the only reason I buy a lot of standard sets right now is one, for a few chase cards just for fun, but most often it's to do box opening videos. I've thought about just selling the cards off or doing like box breaks where I'd open it up for you guys to say, well, I'd like all the green cards out of the box. I will, pay this amount, whatever, and then just ship them to you. I have talked about that, but it's not really, I haven't really committed to doing it. Last Friday I pulled a foil Omnath and sold it directly to my LGS. Then came the Monday. Yeah, done. Top 3 cards are actually ridiculous and should not be the price they are. I agree with that. Yeah, Alisara Shepherd is really good in Elves. How close? We're still in the 200s. We still got a long way to go. Alex, I'm surprised. I thought we'd time out. You mentioned that earlier. 100% thought we would have by now. Gotta ask a question. Was it too much to put the priests in here, the anointer priests? Like, do you think we would have been better off just doing the anointed procession with the swarms? Gotta ask. Also, what other sets do we have back here? Here we go. This is a good one. Ultimate Masters. Ultimate Masters was really fun. So we got Karn. Let's look at the Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom was good. Maybe just because the life gain and add Ashara. Probably. Might have been better. Mana Vault was what I was thinking, excuse me. Not Time Vault. For the box toppers. Alright, so here are the box toppers I got from my Ultimate Masters box. We've got, from boxes, we got Mana Vault box topper. We've got Through the Breach. It's very shiny, I apologize. Here, let me, wait, let's see. Does that help a little bit? Yeah, that helps a little bit. We've got Sigarda. Sigarda was a pretty cool card. It's not a very pricey card, but it's a cool one. And then potentially the most expensive card I own is this Liliana. Absolutely beautiful Lily. No real major print issues or anything like that. Just a really cool card. Do I have more? I don't know if I have more lilies in here. I don't think I do, but... Oh no, I have one more. I do have one more. My apologies. But yeah. I just like collecting cards because it's fun. to be honest. It's just a good time. Would love to stay in chat. Laundry is done. Gotta go fold. I understand, Alex. Have a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's a pleasure to hang out with you always. At some point, I'm gonna have to just end this stream. Or at the very least, mute myself and just let it run in the background. So I can actually get work done. Yeah, we will be here for the next few days, it sounds like. I don't want to just ditch the stream because this is actually really silly, but at some point I have to get back to work because this is just my lunchtime break. Just joined now. How long has this been going on? Maximus, this has been going on. We've been live for 46 minutes, and we've been at this level for quite a while. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. I have not left. Did math. So yeah. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. Give me a topic. Let's just rant on any topic. Give me something in chat. I'm usually okay at ranting for a while. I am going to respond to a couple emails. So if this game does not stop you, it'll be around times 3.2 minutes after the priest triggers go away. I love that you did the math, Alex. That is amazing. The priest triggers are what really set it back. That's why I was kind of thinking that might be a bit much. And Alex, you're probably right. We could have just not done with that. Though it did keep us in the game in the early part because we were just struggling a little bit. Right. Well, I mean, I'm caught up on emails. I'm just kind of hanging out. Somebody give me a topic. Let's rant. Let's talk about something. Give me something that you're really interested in. And let's talk about it. Let's have a chat. What's causing this ability to trigger? Maximus, I put a land on the field. And because we have 3 anointed processions and like a ton of scoot swarms, all of the scoot swarms triggered to create another copy of scoot swarm. Then they were doubled 3 times. And so that's kind of where we're at. I do have a dog. She's not in here at the moment, but I can show you a photo most likely. She is a sweetheart. Her name is Luna. I absolutely love this dog with all of my heart. She is precious. She makes me so happy. And she's a little bit of a terror sometimes, but that's okay. I will show you. I don't know if you can see this, but she's a little fella. She's a sweetheart. She is so precious. What state do I live in? I'm in South Carolina, which is, funny enough, like one of my least favorite places. That's not entirely true. I actually like a lot about South Carolina. I really hate a lot of the people in South Carolina, for lack of a better way of phrasing that. Break the game more with Lights of Promise. Oh, God. She is cute, Martiz. Thank you so much. She is precious. Doggy needs a stream appearance. I agree. Maybe one day we can make that happen. Alex, I see your message in Discord if you're still here. I'm going to respond to you just in case you're not, but that works. Saturday works. We're going to do our JDC game on Saturday. Just a heads up. And this is the final week, by the way. What's something else? Give me some more questions. This is just fun. I just like doing AMA stuff. This is kind of fun. Doggy cam. If only. Normally she's just asleep a lot. But she also can get very loud, and so a lot of times I will shut the door to avoid that happening. That being said, one day if she is in here, we will get a doggy cam and we will see her. I promise. Or I'll just bring her up here. She's small enough I can just hold her. You mentioned you were moving. Are you going to do another house after or before the marriage? Oh, good question, Martiz. So, to clarify, I moved into this house, which my fiance had already, she had a mortgage on it. She previously owned it. We moved into this house, or she moved into it beginning of summer a couple years ago. I moved into it the following winter, like January, February timeframe. Because the lease on my apartment was up. It didn't really feel right to, we had been dating for a few months at that point. It didn't really feel right to get an apartment again, or just get another lease when realistically I would probably be there, like hanging out here anyway most of the time. It just seemed like a wasted money and not really a good financial decision. And we were at a stable enough place that I felt comfortable saying, hey, is this on the table? And we were both very, I will say, I'm very proud of both of us because we were very smart about it. We did not pressure it. She was very kind in saying, yes, I'd love for you to, but please don't feel obligated. Like, I get it. We were a bit early into the relationship, so I didn't want to rush it, but it just kind of felt right, and it worked out. So in the future, while we don't have an exact timeline, after we get married, which is like a year from now-ish, October 9th next year, the plan will be to find a house and upscale just a little bit. We do eventually want to like start a family and, do that whole thing. I really want a daughter. I don't know why, but I'm really excited about that. And so I really hope that works out. That's certainly the plan. Martiz, I agree. When you know, and I definitely knew. And I like to think she did too. I don't want to speak for her, but I assume. And so, yeah, this is just like a townhome. It's like a smaller townhome, but it's nice. Like, it works out. It's not perfect. Like, we're certainly kind of stretching, the space a little bit. But it's been a really fun time. Maximus, good luck for your exams, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck on those exams. Make sure you get some studying in. After 2 weeks and got her into Magic too. Dawn, a champ. That is awesome. Dawn, I gotta ask, so how long have you guys been together now? You moved in after 2 weeks, got her into Magic. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And hey, to Martiz's point, when you know, if it was only took 2 weeks, that's totally fine. That's a little soon for me, but that's not to say that's wrong. That's fantastic. We've lost audio on the game, by the way. It's still a little over 2 years. Fantastic. Dawn, that's amazing. So you guys have been dating for a while. Do you think, I gotta ask, do you think she's the one? Do you think you're gonna put a ring on that? What's the hope here? I gotta ask. I also, there's no audio coming from the game at all. I think we've lost audio. I wonder if it's just like, this is a resource management tool. Done 2 years. You gotta give me more details, man. You gotta hit me up. Let me know what's the long-term goal. Martiz, by the way, I appreciate the question. It's great to talk with you. Pleasure having you here, as always. You've been here a couple times now. I appreciate that. That's really awesome. If you would like to, please don't feel pressured, but we'd certainly appreciate a subscription. Please don't feel like you have to, but if you would like to, we do have a few packs, so we'd be happy to open in your name. Dawn, well, I put it that way. We both are divorced, know exactly what we want, and therefore, yes, she is. But don't tell Dawn. You sly dog, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I am very happy that you have found the right person. It sounds like you found the right person at least, and that's fantastic. So I do wish you the best of luck. Do we have plans to move forward with this, or is this like she's the one, you're just gonna let it ride? That's totally fine if that's your choice. That's up to you guys. But I gotta ask, what's the plan here? Are we going to ask her to marry you? That would be so sweet. If you have a plan, I'll tell you how I did it really quick while we're waiting on your response. And again, congratulations, that's really cool. But so here's the thing. My amazing girlfriend at the time, there may be a plan. Dawn, you have to share. Dawn, I need to know. Happy to be here. Was planning on getting a patron subscription by the end of the month. Martez, that would be amazing. We'd certainly love it. We will send you proxies at the end of the month, as I'm sure you know. And so I hope you enjoy those if you decide to. We'd very much appreciate it. Regardless, really do just appreciate you being here. It's a pleasure. But Dawn, I got to know the plan. So my fiance really loves Christmas. I didn't want to take too much stuff away from Christmas, but because I know how much she really loves Christmas and wanted it to be a really fun day and like all that stuff, I decided to ask her on Christmas morning. And so I got the ring. Her sister was kind enough to go with me so we could pick the right ring out and do all that stuff. Got the ring like 2 months prior. And I had to hide it for 2 months, which turns out was kind of the difficult part. It really wasn't too bad. Like I found a place where I could kind of hide it, but I found myself wanting to go check and make sure it was still there, like on a daily basis. And so I finally, we got to Christmas. She had gotten us, because again, she loves Christmas. She had gotten us onesies. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of people like to look their best when they get engaged. That mattered very little to me. And so in a onesie, I felt right at home. And it had a little like pocket, like a little, shirt pocket kind of thing going on. And so I went down earlier than she did. I got the ring. I stuck it in my pocket. And we did our gift thing, like normal stuff. Like we just opened all of our gifts, and I saved one. I saved the last present, and it was a book. I had created a book. So I do photography just for fun and things like that. And so her and I, from time to time, will play a game called Left, Right, Straight, which means we get in our car, we go up to an intersection. We take turns usually and just say left, right, straight, and we pick a direction and we go. That was something we kind of started doing very early on, and we actually need to start doing it again. We've just been so busy. But anyway, and so we did that. We found some beautiful places to take photos. We've done that multiple times. We took some trips. Like we had done some fun stuff, and we've gotten a lot of good photos. And so I created a little book that kind of told a story throughout it, and just said how much like I really appreciate those times together, and we've really had a good time. And that was a really special, those are all special moments that we've had together. And then at the very end, so I basically said, okay, so now I've got one question for you. And it just kind of had an asterisk, like ... And then I had the ring ready to go, pulled it out and all that stuff. And it was beautiful. It was really, really fun. We had a fantastic day getting to share with her family, and then going over to my family's house, doing a dinner there and doing that. All of our family lives within like a mile, so it's like super easy. It was very precious. So Dawn, yes, awe is the right word. Quirkspine, you're right. We may have to cut this. I'm going to be honest. Martiz, thank you. I was very proud of the plan. I will be honest. And I like to think she enjoyed it. I think it's safe to say she did. She did say yes, so could have been worse. Corkspine, yeah, we I don't know. Can we like safely say we can finish, like we've killed the game? Max, thank you for using the new emotes. I totally forgot to mention this, guys. We have new emotes that are available for you guys that finally got like officially. Whoops. No, just one. we do that, we do that, we do that, and we do that. There we go. There's the new emotes. If you're subscribed, you get access to those. There are different tiers, so obviously keep that in mind, but Elish Norn emotes are now live, finally. So enjoy those. If you're subscribed, you can use them anywhere on Twitch, which is really cool. Yeah, I don't know that we can keep this going for this long. Well, let's consider getting to the end here. Let me ask you, is there any final, topics you guys want to talk about? Is there any major question that you're just burning to ask? What's going on? Give me something. Let's talk about one or two more things, and then we'll call this quits. Because I think it's safe to say we definitely won. The question is, did we break the game? And I don't think so, but we definitely got it to a point where it's slowing down and lost audio. So we kind of broke it. But yeah, is there anything else? And if not, that's fine. We can end it right now. Plan to visit Europe one day. I've actually been to Germany, Don, twice, for work. Beautiful place. We stayed in Munich, one time, and then, it was a place outside of Munich. It was only like 20 minutes outside of Munich the second time. And I apologize, I don't remember where. But had a fantastic time. It was a really pretty place. Munich was jarring in some ways, not in a bad way. It was just the two extremes of society that I noticed there was a little bit odd. But regardless, it was a really fun time. Beautiful place, historic place, obviously, and really, really cool. Vienna, I'll be your guide here. Don, I would love that. Vienna is on my list. So 100% we will make that happen. And I appreciate that. That's very kind. Yeah, and so for work, I do have to travel every once in a while. Not this year, obviously. But we were going to Spain at one point. And then that got canceled. That was this year. But last year we actually went to South Korea, which was an interesting time. It was a really fun time. I actually got sick. I got strep throat while I was there. But worked through the conference, still had a day or two, and we got to go see a temple. It was a really fun time. You should give the bot a platinum angel and get them to the lowest life possible. Quirkspine, that is a genius idea. Quirkspine, give me a deck list to make that happen. Send me a deck list in Discord. You can send it directly to me if you want. I don't care, but I want to see it. Come to Italy too while you go to Vienna. Absolutely, Martiz. I got you. Guys, I think we're going to have to call this. I got to ask, do you think we successfully broke the bot? Give me a yes or no. It's okay either way. But I have to know. And then we'll close this one up. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a pleasure. Great to talk to you guys, get to know you a little bit better. Don, I wish you the best of luck with whatever your plan is. Being so sneaky like that. Quirkspine, I'll be on the lookout for that deck list. And Martiz, yeah, I think you're right. I think in time we would have crashed it. So again, guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you hanging out and being a part of this. If you guys like this, the breaking the bot style thing, I'd like to do more of this. It's been a little while because we had JDC going on. But with that wrapping up, I think this is a really fun kind of mini series that we can do. So if you guys want to see more of this, please let me know. But it's been a really good time hanging out. So thank you guys so much. I will see you very soon.